Springfield.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us.
By the way, this is funny. Whenever I'm elevated, I get chatty so much.
I believe it. I've met you.
Yeah, but I get even more chatty, and it's like, Madison, you realize you've been talking for 20 minutes non-stop, right?
It's okay.
Huh?
All right, we got 15 seconds.
First time I tried it, I was like, what happened? And then a year later, I was like, actually, let's go again.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
The time is 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. I like sitting like this.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Thank you for tuning in to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. My name is, sorry, was I speaking too fast?
You're good.
Thank you for tuning in to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. My name is Madison, and I'm here with my friend Savannah.
Hello.
There. We invite you to listen to our broadcast both live and on demand. Our live sessions are available on the Blind Community Thrift Store YouTube channel Monday to Friday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. each week. Additionally, you can access on-demand content through the Audio Reader Network, which offers a wide range of audio materials for the visually impaired community. To explore content from the Audio Reader Network, please visit www.reader.ku.edu. The site provides details about accessing content via Amazon Alexa, Audio Reader Network mobile app, and information on receiving a radio to listen to the broadcast by KSMU radio? Okay, KSMU radio. And all broadcasts are played over KSMU's subcarrier airwaves at 67 kilohertz on 91.1 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Contact Audio Reader Network for more information on receiving a pre-programmed radio. Actually, can I start?
Yeah.
First article of the day is from Ozarks First. Ozarks First, because, yes. Anyways, serious talk. It's a top story. No injuries reported. However, school buildings are damaged by suspected tornado in Clinton. And this was posted by Jacob Kaufman, Christine Stokes, Delaney,
Ironman.
Jared Bush, and Brian Dole. This was posted on April 15th at 6:45 p.m. and then was updated today at 9:29 in the morning. Clinton, Missouri. A tornado touched down in parts of Clinton, Missouri Wednesday night and quickly lifted after leaving the city. The fire department reports a suspected tornado, confirmed by trained weather spotters, traveled through Clinton around 6:15 p.m. Mark Manuel, fire chief of the Clinton, Missouri Fire Department, tells Fox 4 that no injuries have been reported at this time. The article it now displays a video of somebody in their backyard recording said tornado, and I can't.
It's a minute long, and it's just the tornado touching down and then lifting back up.
It went down that quick? Huh. The tornado entered the city limits in the southern western part of the city in the area of South 2nd Street at the Missouri Department of Conservation office. The suspected tornado traveled northeast through Clinton, causing damage to several trees and causing minor to moderate damage to a few homes, according to the fire department. The fire department also says that Henry Elementary School and Clinton Intermediate School were in the path of the storm and sustained minor to moderate damages to the roof of each building. As a result of this damage, Clinton schools will not be in session on Thursday. There will be instead an AMI day, meaning students will learn at home instead.
There you go.
Okay. All right. One structure, did I say right structure? A storage building behind American Building Products on South 2nd Street was completely destroyed. Several power poles in the same area were broken off at their bases. Golden Valley Hospital says no damage has been reported at the hospital in Clinton, and operations are going on as normal. The Missouri State Highway Patrol said troopers are also responding to Henry County, along with first responders from numerous agencies to assess the damage and impact. The article shows a picture of the tornado as it's touching down in Henry County. It's on someone's dash cam, camcorder. Like,
Just the dash cam's good?
yeah.
You wanna keep going?
The road looks empty. It's the only car in the road, and the sky's all gloomy and stuff.
You want to keep reading?
Yeah. A storage warehouse owned by Custom Cat LLC was one of the 7 structures that took damage throughout town Wednesday evening. Luckily, no one in the warehouse was. Luckily, no one in the warehouse. But
It's okay.
luckily, nobody was in the warehouse when it was hit. Okay. The owner of Custom Cat, Darren Palmer, tells Fox 4 that he lives about 1.5 miles north of town, and he describes the weather by him where the tornado hit as, quote, breezy. Unfortunately, he received a call that his building had been hit and was laying over the highway. As for Custom Cat crew member Jeremiah Snow, he was much closer to the destruction. We were actually right over there on that tree line in a house in the basement, and it was pretty
Hectic.
Snow said. All the kids were sad, crying, trying to calm them down, but it was pretty quick. We just stayed in the basement and prayed. Yeah, tornadoes can be scary.
It's okay. Keep going.
Having now lived through a tornado, Snow says if there's any advice he can give someone, it's if you hear sirens, you go to the basement. Yes.
Keep reading.
Yes. Henry County Sheriff Aaron Brown also tells Fox 4 that there are around 7 structures total that took damage throughout the town, and that they feel lucky it wasn't as bad as it first appeared. This comes 2 days after intense storms and tornadoes wreaked havoc in multiple counties south of the Kansas City metro. There have been reports of hail in Kansas City, Kansas, Overland Park, and in Miami County near
Paulo.
as well as Independence, Missouri. Wednesday 1.
Let's just do the first one.
Okay, there's a 3-panel picture in the article. First off is the sun seems to be setting in the sky as this picture is being taken, and there's a house in the background, but there's a tree blocking the whole driveway. The second picture is somebody in a car, and he's holding a bunch of hail pieces. They look to be the size of a
Golf ball.
yeah, golf ball. Oh yeah, the third picture, yeah, it shows the types of hail again as somebody is either in their house or investigating it in a lab.
It's in somebody's house. They took it and set it next to a tape measure.
Okay, and the hail pieces range from 2 feet,
Oh, 1
Wait.
inch.
1 inch to 11 inches.
1 inch
Wait.
to 3 inches long.
Right here.
Yes. Osawatomie.
Schools will also be closed Thursday due to storm damage, the district announced on Facebook Wednesday night. That's it for that article.
All right.
And by the way, the sirens are supposed to be for people who are outside mostly.
It's okay. Oops, sorry. From the Springfield Daily Citizen, young artists take center stage at Dots Fringe Festival in 2026. Back for its 3rd year, the festival is expanding its offerings. Written by Jeff Kissinger. The article starts with a photo of Devising Original Theater Springfield's inaugural Fringe Festival. It's the first performance of the inaugural Fringe Festival as 4 people perform on stage with paper bag puppets. One is painted yellow and the other is painted green. There is 2 people operating the yellow one and 3 people operating the green one. Devising Original Theater Springfield Fringe Fest is giving the stage to young performers in 2026 with a new category for artists aged 12 to 18. The third annual Dots Fringe Festival is July 9th to 12th at the Judith Inyart Reynolds School of the Performing Arts for Springfield Little Theater, better known as the Judy, at 237 South Florence Avenue. Tickets will go on sale on June 1st through the Dots website. The Dots Fringe Festival bills itself as a place to showcase the newest original theatrical creations of local and visiting playwrights and theater makers, talented performers, and outstanding creatives. Fringe Festival submissions increased from 15 last year to more than 20 in 2026, including the Young Artist Fringe. This year's festival will also include curated short films by Sato 48, as well as Crankies, previously featured in the Midwest Mid-Best, Cranky Fest, and late night events. This year's Fringe selections represent a wide range of ideas and genres, Gretchen Teague, Dot's executive director, said in a media release. From musicals to horror to physical theater to puppetry, there is certainly something for everyone. The 2026 Dots Fringe Festival includes new works from several returning artists: Joshua Arnett, the Dots Ensemble, Charlie Gessinger, Josh Hawkins, Sandy Leigh Johnson, Sean Parker and Necobroth Theater, Ned Wilkinson. The festival has also attracted several new artists. Queen City Shakespeare Company will present a 15th anniversary production of Springfield area playwrights Bryant Turnigan's Hamlet vs. Zombies. Other newcomers include Mo Callahan, Jeff Schulfall, Jonah Bernard Drake, Lauren Aline Henk, Matt James, Brett Johnson, Megan Keithley, Kelsey Vanderston. The Young Artist Fringe includes work by Grant Daughtry, Dakota Pyle, and Ellie Roberts. Also participating are the Springfield Little Theater Thespians, led by Jessica Bowers, and the SLT Devising Summer Intensive and SLT Academy students, led by Teague. Dots Fringe Festival says there are still roles available in many shows. Open call auditions will be held at 7 p.m. on April 20th and 21st at the Judy. Performers are asked to prepare a monologue, a song, and a special skill. Want to go? It'll be the Devising Original Theater Springfield's 2026 Fringe Festival on July 9th to 12th at the Judith Inyart Reynolds School of the Performing Arts for Springfield Little Theater at 237 South Florence Avenue. Tickets are $15 per show or $100 for a festival pass, available starting June 1st through the Dots website. For more information, visit the Dots website and follow the organization on Facebook. And that is the end of that article.
Hang on.
Do you need me to read the next article?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Springfield News-Leader. See who can apply for BBB Springfield's 2,500 Students of Ethics Award.
Wait. You mean you said 2005. What?
Oh, I meant to say 2,500
Yes.
dollar. I apologize. See who can apply for BBB's Springfield's $2,500 Student of Ethics Award. Dave DeMille wrote this. High school juniors in Southwest Missouri graduating in spring 2027 are eligible to apply for the Better Business Bureau Student of Ethics Award, which includes a $2,500 scholarship. The award recognizes a student who demonstrates ethics through leadership, community service, personal integrity, and academic achievement. How to apply for the Student of Ethics Award. There is a photo of 7 people standing behind a large bill, a large check that has $2,500 listed for Alexi Goodford, good friend of Central High School. She was named the 2025 winner and was photographed with the representative of the U.S. Bank, the 2025 sponsor.
Oh, I think you meant to say they're standing behind a building.
I didn't mention
Oh.
the check.
Oh, but you're like, they're holding a. No, they're not. It's not a bill, it's a check.
I said a bill. I meant to say a check.
Hey.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not upset. We're all good. To apply, students must submit a copy of their high school transcript, a letter of reference, a 300-word essay, and a 300-word essay. Applications are due by May 29th and can be submitted online at bbb.org/stlsoe. The winner will receive a $2,500 scholarship to the accredited college or trade school of their choice. They will also be recognized and read their essay to an audience of business and community leaders at BBB's Torch Award for Ethics Banquet on October 27th. The Student of Ethics Award is made possible by the support of local businesses. U.S. Bank sponsored the 2025 award. All right, Madison, would you like to read the next one?
Yes. All right. Bear with me, guys, as this article is pretty long, but
It's okay. We'll just start reading.
okay, I got this. I'm just letting everybody know.
It's okay.
Anyway, Springfield Daily Citizen about economy and growth. Route 66 in Springfield. In its heyday, Mother Road was a major boost to Springfield economy. As Springfield prepares to host the Route 66 Centennial Celebration, a look back at the 1950s when the roadway was buzzing. And this was by Zoe
McIntyre.
on.
It's okay. Just keep reading.
Okay. 4 hours ago. It was posted 4 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
There. I feel better now.
It's okay.
Anyways. Okay. The article starts off with a black and white photo with cars from the 1920s to the 1940s.
It is in the 1940s.
If my dad were here, he could.
It's okay. Here, how about we can even reference the caption.
Because I don't know what type of cars these are.
It's okay. Let's reference the caption.
In 1946, Sandy Sanders and Russell Stout bought the business at the corner of Glenstone Avenue and St. Louis Street.
Yes.
Did I say St. Louis Street?
Mm-hmm. So this is a black and white photo of the corner of Glenstone Avenue and St. Louis Street in 1946. It has a shop in the background that says Standard across the top and has a parking lot with 6 cars in it.
Barely any traffic, too.
Well, that was probably why the photo was taken when there was no cars passing by.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to start?
Oh,
reading?
this photo was provided by the city of Springfield. First off, there's an editor's note.
How about we just start reading? This is about.
Okay, all right, forget about the editor's note.
It's okay.
Here I go. Lynn Sanders compares traveling Route 66 to an archaeology trip. You're not digging, looking for bones. You're seeing these old buildings. You're talking to the people that live along there, he said. It's easy because that's where they either want to be or they grew up there. Sanders has something in common with the business owners and residents he meets along the Mother Road. He began working at his parents' service station, Sandy's Standard, on St. Louis Street and Glenstone Avenue when he was 4 years old. He remembers Sunday mornings when the gas station would pick up a huge bag of hot donuts from Springfield Pie Company across the street. Men came inside to kill time and pitch pennies against the wall while station attendants washed their families' cars before church. At night, teenagers would come to the 24/7 service station to hang out. Sanders compared the scene to the 1973 movie American Graffiti. Sanders' father, Voitel, Sandy Sanders, got into the service station business immediately when he returned to Springfield after serving in World War II. The Mother Road, which had its beginnings with the first federal highway system in the 1920s, was at the height of its cultural and economic impact. Running a business on the highway was, quote, the thing for many people. It kicked off practically from day one, said John Sellers, former executive director of the History Museum on the Square. People who had always wanted to do things other than what they did found ways to get involved in the highway. People who had always wanted to do other. Can you elaborate?
People who had always wanted to do things other than what they did found ways to get involved in the highway. Keep reading.
Okay. It just didn't sound right when I spoke.
It's okay. You said it right. You're all good.
All right. Thought I sped red.
You're okay.
Route 66 changed the face of Springfield. The local business scene and culture developed around automobile tourism, which moved at a slower pace than it does today. While Route 66 was important for transportation during World War II, it experienced its heyday after the war ended in 1950 and early 1960s. Red's Giant Hamburg. Oh, I remember that place.
Keep reading. You got this.
Red's Giant Hamburg brought this nation's first drive-through restaurant to Springfield, and all manner of roadside attractions thrived in the Queen City as tourism generated dollars and growth. Oh, I love that restaurant.
Let's keep reading.
Springfield's population grew from 66,731 in 1950 to 120,096 in 1970, according to data compiled by the city. Some of Springfield's once lively districts along the route died down when the interstate highway system replaced by Route 66. By 1972, Interstate 44 replaced Route 66 across Missouri, and the Mother Road was decommissioned in 1985. How the Mother Road shaped Springfield. Over time, Route 66 had multiple orientations through Springfield. Route 66 travelers generally entered Springfield on Kearny Street in the northwest and drove west through the city. Gladstone Avenue, National Avenue, St. Louis Street, College Street, and Chestnut Expressway were all key Route 66 corridors. The article displays a map of where Route 66 was or is.
The article displays a map of all of the streets mentioned and how they interconnect to show the path the way the travelers would have taken.
Under the picture, it says Route 66 had different orientations through Springfield during its history. These main corridors developed around parts of the route, and the screenshot was taken from the Ozarks Transportation Organization's base map, and the illustration is by Zoe McIntyre, not Zoe. Zoe.
Oh, it's Zoe.
Okay. Business began to develop around the route in Springfield even before the highway was fully paved. The U.S. National Park Service's historical and architectural resources of Springfield notes that construction evolved downtown in the 1920s to accommodate more tourists and visitors. Two brand new downtown attractions provided entertainment for visitors. The Gilloy's Theater, which opened in 1926, The same year, a telegram was sent from Springfield to Washington, D.C., suggesting the highway be named Route 66. Was described in the newspapers at the time as, quote, one of the most beautiful and modern playhouses in the Middle West. The Abu
Ben Adam Shrine Mosque.
had opened just a few years prior. Sellers said it was likely the biggest auditorium on Route 66 from Chicago to Los Angeles. Future development along the main roads on Route 66 shifted some business away from downtown Springfield in the years after World War II, as automobiles became the predominant means of transportation for locals and visitors alike. Lodging, restaurants, and car-orientated businesses such as gas stations, repair shops, garages, and dealerships exploded. Between 1901 and the mid-1930s, the city had almost doubled its number of hotels, with demand driven in part by the increasing number of people traveling Route 66 for pleasure. There was an estimated 1,500 hotel rooms in Springfield by 1935, the National Park Service reports. Now the article displays a colorized photo of a giraffe stone cabin on Rex Smith Oil Company property, and this photo was taken by Zoe McIntyre. There's not really much to say about this picture other than the house being abandoned, dark, and
Well, we don't know if it's abandoned. It just looks older.
yeah, it's one of those houses that needs, a little touch up with paint and stuff.
Yes, it's made. The walls are made of stone in the pattern of a giraffe's fur.
Huh, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It sits all alone in a lot with no cars.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to keep reading?
Uh-huh. Route 66 roadside buildings were often done in a distinctive, quote, draftstone style. Okay. In this style, split slabs of irregularly shaped sandstone and other porous rocks were joined with painted mortar,
Mm-hmm.
often glued to an interior frame structural system. Draftstone became common in the Ozarks during the 1930s. The easily workable native stone remained readily available during World War II. When the war created a nationwide shortage of other building materials, draftstone was a, quote, favored construction method through the 1950s, according to the National Park Service. Is that a quote from him?
It's the title of the next part of the article.
The longer I step back from it, the more I miss. Oh, I've been there.
Okay, let's keep reading. You got this.
The article shows, the next part of the article shows a picture of Lynn Sanders volunteering at the History Museum on the square. He's standing near a wall that displays a photo of his parents at Sandy's Standard. It looks like the building that he's in, it's supposed to replicate? It's supposed to mimic a diner from the 1950s to 1960s.
That is the photo behind him. It's not the building.
Oh, but I'm just saying the chairs kind of look.
Yes, there is a display of the chairs behind him from the diner.
Yeah, I'm just saying those are the type of chairs you'd see at a 1960s diner.
They're from the Steak and Cake.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to keep reading?
Yeah. Did I say it was by Zoe McIntyre?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already said that? Yeah. Lynn Sanders is looking forward to the Route 66 Centennial
Centennial.
Centennial for two reasons. Number one, I get to tell my folks' story, and number two, I think there's going to be such a great thing for Springfield, he said. After returning from the war, what? Sandy Sanders immediately began working at a service station with his brother at Kimbrough Avenue and St. Louis Street along Route 66. Sandy and his brother later opened Sandy's Standard in a building on Glenstone Avenue and St. Louis Street in 1948, Sanders said. Sanders' mother, Jean, did the bookkeeping. Sandy later bought out his brother's share of the business, and the original stone building was replaced in the 1950s. There's another black and white photo of Sandy Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a...
That's the person?
No, is it a guy?
Yes, that's the person.
Okay. And this photo was taken by Lynn Sanders.
It is a black and white photo of Sandy Sanders standing on his back porch in his work uniform.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what kind of uniform is he wearing? He's wearing a uniform, but what?
It's his work uniform, yes.
Okay, yeah, technically, yeah. Sandy's Standard was open 24 hours a day, every day of the year, except for Christmas, until a gas shortage. Shortage.
It's okay.
In 1973, forced the company to limit its hours of operation, and for many years, a cafe operated next door to the service station in the same property. When Lynn Sanders was a teen, he planned to leave his job at the service station and to pursue his own career. Matter of fact, I told him when I was a senior in high school, Dad, I will help you through the summer to get your guys through vacation, but I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, Lynn Sanders recalled. There's another photo in the article as Lynn Sanders. It doesn't show Lynn Sanders in view, but it shows pictures and old photos of his parents, Sandy and Jean, and the service station they ran on Glenstone Avenue, as they all seem to be taped and closed.
The photos are spread out on a table in sheet protectors.
A sheet protector,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But it looks like something you see out of a photo book.
Mm-hmm.
And this photo, one photo that I can see clearly in view is, that would be Lynn Sanders, right?
That would be Sandy Sanders.
Possibly at a Waffle House or a...
Sandy Sanders is in his store.
Oh, and he's just waving at the camera. There's another photo of him and his mom.
His wife?
Oh, wife, sorry.
All right, would you like to keep going?
Yeah, there's a bunch. They're blurred.
It's okay.
He said, that's fine. That summer lasted about 30 years. As an only child, Lynn Sanders said that he never wanted to let his father down because it was a good living at the service station. He continued working there and later took over operations. Oh no.
It's okay.
When his father suffered a stroke. He closed the business after Sandy died in 2001.
It's okay. Keep reading.
The longer I step back from it, the more I miss. You know, kind of forget the bad parts, he said. West Springfield service stations live on. Is that the same building or is that a different one?
There is a different building of a giraffe stone style building with a paved parking lot. This one is bigger than the previous one photographed, where it is double the size as it is 2-story and has 2 entrances.
And it looks more detailed with an open sign, an icebox machine, and a car parked in the parking lot? Yeah.
This is the Rex Smith Oil Company building.
Photo by Zoe McIntyre. Near the intersection of West Bypass and Kearney Street, a draftstone service station that opened along Route 66 in the 1930s is still in business. Ah, cool. Gary Smith runs Rex Smith Oil Company with his son Alex and 2 other employees. The company hauls and sells diesel, gasoline, and kerosene. Bleh. Smith's grandfather, Otto Young, started renting out the property at 2321 Northwest Bypass as a gas station and cafe in 1933. So a gas station and a cafe?
That's what they said.
Yes. It's a typo. I think.
No, you read it exactly right.
Sorry, I just thought I was reading too fast.
You're okay. Let's just keep going. You got this.
Young made a living off raising Jersey cows in the field behind it. 2 cottages behind the station served overnight guests. My dad had a propane company, so all the employees ate lunch here and tourists, Smith said. It was kind of a blue plate lunch special, greasy hamburgers. Would that be someone's work office or a car?
So we're going to describe it as a desk.
Okay. There's another picture.
On a desk, there is a book of rules for milk delivery men who worked for Otto Young. This book is dated as it is missing a cover based on the wear and tear of the book. It is no longer a part of the book. It has notes written in the margins in neat script, and the pages are yellowed and have worn edges.
One of the things that it says on the paper is, be a gentleman at all times. Don't waste time with one customer and neglect the others, and be on hand when the customer promises to pay. Don't try to make up waste time with the horse. Remember, the horse can't complain. Receipt?
We probably don't want to read the whole book there, as it is. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying at least one quote from the piece of paper or rule.
It's okay.
Down the road from Rex Smith Oil Company at West Bypass and Division Street, another Route 66 era gas station is operating, Danny's Service Center. Smith said his family's relationship with the other business was always friendly because everybody grew up in the same business. We'd inform each other who the bad customers were, who we didn't want to take a check from, Smith said. When Route 66 was decommissioned and replaced with the interstate highway system, Smith said he didn't believe that it affected his family's company very much. Many of their customers already came from Willard. What'd I say? Wilfred?
It's okay.
Willard, Ash Grove, and Walnut Grove. Businesses in other parts of Springfield noticed a big change when Interstate 44 replaced Route 66. It literally died. President Dwight
Eisenhower
began developing the interstate highway system in the 1950s. His agenda was to create faster, bigger, better highways across the U.S. to
facilitate
economic development and national defense. The creators of the earlier federal highway system had different goals in mind, said David Eslick, founder of the birthplace of Route 66 Festival. When John T. and Cyrus Avery first came up with the idea of Route 66, they didn't just lay a string from Chicago to LA and zip a line and say, okay, we're going to build a highway here, which is kind of what ended up happening with the interstate highways. That's what Eslick said. but then they tried to connect every little town along that road for economic development. I mean, they didn't build a highway for speed. There's another photo of former Missouri Governor John Ashcroft as he's signing a bill that designates the section of Route 66 in Springfield as a historic highway. I'm not sure what the building is.
He is standing in a press conference as he signs the bill. Several microphones sit on the table in front of him. Someone is playing a guitar behind him as he is being filmed by a larger camera. Several people stand in the background watching.
And there's a plaque right next to the guy signing the paper that says Missouri US 66 in bold black letters. What is it, a shape of a horseshoe? Just a...
Nope. That would be the standard. It's in the standard shape of the Missouri US 66, which is similar to a policeman's officer's badge.
Ah, okay, that's cool. When Route 66 was replaced by I-44 in Missouri, Eslick said the Mother Road, quote, literally died. And a number of businesses and small towns died with it. I don't think we realized what I-44 was going to do with 66 and the towns of 66, he said. Your automotive places on Route 66, the garages and gas stations and stuff, businesses that tourists and visitors drove by, they were all affected by that. Eslick, a photographer, became fascinated with Route 66 in 1990 when former Missouri Governor John Ashcroft signed a bill that declared the stretch of the route in Springfield as a historic place. As the historic highway began to be promoted, Eslick took photographs of it, and he also began to advocate for Springfield's recognition as the official birthplace of Route 66. Eslick said, "It took us from 1990 to 2011 to recognize that Route 66 was important to Springfield." Sponsors and city officials began to get on board with the idea of Springfield as the birthplace, Eslick said, and the rest is history. A College Street barber shop is leading revival effort. There's supposedly a then and now picture.
It is a photo of the then and now picture.
All right. At first, it displays a white building that says Peggy's Beauty Shop with...
Pips, or I think it's Pips.
No, Peggy. I can see it.
I apologize.
But I think I could see an E.
You're right. Peggy's Beauty Shop next to what is replaced it as Pips Beardcraft and Barber.
So it was a beauty shop before with a banner of the birthplace of Route 66 on a banner. Mm-hmm. And now it's a beard. Now it's a beard craft and barber.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it's still a, okay. Why was I thinking it was a restaurant?
It's okay. Keep going.
This photo was taken by Ryan Collins. Aaron Pippin runs Pip's Beard Craft and Barber in a historic Route 66 property in the West Central neighborhood. Pippin is a motorcyclist and has traveled different parts of the Mother Road. He said the motorway drew him to establish his business on College Street. I skateboarded this street when I was a kid, Pippin said. I remember it in the 80s, whenever it was alive. All these buildings were alive, and I remember that, and I'd love to see that again. Pippin's 930 West College Street property has been home to several businesses, including multiple car dealerships, according to former owner Peggy Oberbeck. Mm-hmm. The business with the longest run in the property was her salon, Peggy's Beauty Shop, which operated there for 46 years. Now there's a photo of Aaron Pippin, the owner of the Pip Beardcraft and Barber, as he renovated the historic property with a Route 66 theme.
He is sitting in one of his barber chairs facing the camera.
This photo was once again taken by Ryan Collins. Between the 1980s and 2010s, a number of businesses along College Street closed, leaving vacant properties behind. Springfield adopted the College Street Corridor Plan in 2012 with the stated goal of revitalizing the neighborhood that was neglected for decades by both private parties and the city, according to a 2016 story from the Springfield News-Leader. The city's plans included an emphasis on Route 66. West Central's Route 66 roadside park was dedicated in 2014, according to the Springfield Green County Park Board's website. However, before the college, However, between the College Street Tour, the Street Corridor Plan, and birthplace of Route 66 Festival, Oberbeck felt that there were not many native Route 66 enthusiasts in the neighborhood. And the people around me, my neighbors, there wasn't too much excitement about Route 66 except Bud's Tires down there. Of course, he was really into it, she said. As far as the people that just lived there, they were not all that interested. Today, Pippin is finding that his summertime Route 66 inspired motorcycle events draw a crowd to the large parking lot in front of his barber shop. He plans to continue hosting the bike nights every other week this summer and possibly add more events. We're going to, over the next couple of years, do a lot of things in this parking lot to bring life to this section of the road, Ben said. This neighborhood has embraced me so hard. I mean, the day I moved in and painted the walls on the outside, everybody started popping in and thanking me for, trying to do something for the neighborhood. Should I read this part too?
If you would like to read the article sources, you can.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 article sources regarding of Route 66. First off is a timeline in history of Route 66 in Springfield, Missouri, the birthplace of Route 66 Festival, historic and architectural resources of Springfield, Missouri, United States Department of Interior National Park Service compelled in 2016. New Gilloy's Theater is formally opened, Springfield News-Leader, October 12th of 1926. And Shriners to dedicate new mosque today, Springfield, Missouri Republican on November 3rd of 1923.
Yep, and that's it.
Oh, wait, finally.
That's a related story. It's not related to the article.
Oh, wait. Requesting Route 66 was the name for the highway connecting, which was accepted.
That's the link to the next article. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Madison.
I told you it was going to be long.
I know. How about you take a drink? All right. Springfield Daily Citizen. Springfield bookstore with boozy ambitions opens on historic Commercial Street. One More Page, located at 306 East Commercial Street, held a soft opening April 7th and will hold a ribbon-cutting ceremony with C Street Merchant Association. Springfield's newest bookstore officially opened on historic Commercial Street last week, and the owners plan to expand the business with a liquor license soon. One More Page, located at 306 East Commercial Street, held a soft opening April 7th and will hold a ribbon cutting ceremony with the C Street Merchants Association on April 15th. Owner Lorelei Carroll said historic C Street was her ideal place to put the store. Commercial Street, to me, is a place that I've seen evolve over the last 20 years to such a vibrant community, Carroll said. And I thought if Springfield needs another bookstore, this is where they need one. Assortment of new books to choose from. There is a photo of 4 bookshelves holding different new books that the bookstore will be offering. The bookstore features an eclectic selection of new books, including romance, mystery, LGBTQ+, nonfiction, and more. I really just wanted to have something that would appeal to a variety of people, Carroll said. I'm trying to have a little bit of everything. One More Page's logo incorporates Carol's dog, a pit mix named Sandy. Sadie is a little too excitable to frequent the store, One More Page is definitely dog friendly. Canine assistants are welcome to shop with their humans. I would love to have Sadie here, but she's way too enthusiastic, Carol said. We probably won't have a pet in store, but pets are welcome. Carol purchases historic C Street building that houses bookstore. There is a bird's eye view from the top of the store looking down into several of the bookshelves and a seating area, as well as Carol as she smiles up. She is wearing a lavender shirt. Carol not only invested into a business in the heart of C Street, she purchased the building that houses the bookstore. She said she closed on the property purchase last fall and renovations began almost immediately. Carol declined to disclose the financial terms of the property acquisition or the total financial investment to open One More Page. The property formerly housed Basilisco Italian Cafe, which closed in late 2024, according to previous Daily Citizen reporting. The 3,300 square foot building was purchased in October 2025 and owned by Sirens Rock LLC, according to Greene County Assessor's Office records. The property was appraised at $204,400. Sirens Rock is registered to Carol, according to Missouri Secretary of State records. The renovations were mostly cosmetic, Carol said, but after purchasing the property, she had to jump through hoops with the city to change the property's zoning, and that process took longer than she expected. Carol bought the building as an investment into the community, she said. I want to be a real part of the community, Carol said. I wanted to be part of C Street. I want to be fully invested, figuratively and literally, in this community. Carol grew up in the Ozarks, studying geology and geography at Missouri State University. After college, she managed residential and commercial properties for her family's businesses, Gillen Waters Developer Incorporated, including notable Springfield properties like Kickapoo Corner and Brentwood Center. One More Page has boozy aspirations. A patron named Azaria Paro is browsing the shelves in this photo as she picks up a book off the shelf and reads through the title page.
Oh, photo taken by Allie Frystack.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. The C Street bookstore will eventually offer beer and wine for customers as they peruse the book aisles. Carol is starting the process of applying for a liquor license, and she hopes to be able to offer guests libations by the end of the year. One More Page will probably do glasses of wine and maybe beer, just so people can come have a glass of wine and look at books, talk about books, just kind of hang out, Carol said. But the focus of business will always be the literature. We'll be more than a bookstore bar, Carol said. The business owner is planning events at One More Page that celebrate the community. Part of my mission is that I want to be part of the community at large and help serve the neighborhoods around us, Carol said. I want to do story time. I want to have local authors, and I'd love to have some drag queen story times as well. You know, we want to be here for everyone. This story was updated to correct details on the ribbon cutting ceremony. From the Springfield Business Journal, Governor's Office lays out next steps for $300 million in restricted funding. There is a photo of the convention center that has been talked about recently, the Springfield Expo Center, and the vacant lot beside it. This article is written by Jeff Pickle. Governor Mike Kehoe recently said $30 million in restricted state funding from last fiscal year that had been proposed for Springfield Convention and Event Center is now in the hands of Missouri lawmakers. Gabby Picard, Communications Director for Kehoe's office, said the $30 million in restricted funding is earmarked for the Springfield Convention Center project, and that is slated to stay in restriction for the remainder of the current fiscal year, which ends June 30th. The Missouri Senate can take it out if they choose to do so and appropriate it for something else, Picard said via email. If they do not, the governor has the opportunity to veto the funding. Voters on April 7th rejected a 3% lodging tax on hotels, motels, and short-term rentals that supporters said would be mostly paid out by out-of-town visitors. Revenue from the tax was to help fund the estimated $175 million convention center property. City leaders have said they do not plan to try again. It was the second lodging tax measured in 5 months to be voted down. Springfield Business Journal saw a comment after Kehoe spoke to KY3. In an April 9th article published by KY3, Kehoe said, "We're in a very tough budget year." Kehoe told KY3 that without a local match, Senate leadership and appropriators may believe money is no longer needed, and they are likely to take that into consideration as they look at other needs in the state. The will of the people has spoken twice now, so we'll let our appropriators, as we move the budget through the process, figure out what the best steps are, Kehoe told KY3. We are currently broadcasting live from the Blind Community Thrift Store, situated at 2713 North Kansas Expressway in Springfield, Missouri. For additional information about our website, please visit our official website at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. To explore more of our video content, including movie reviews with Matt and Meredith, adaptive technology training videos, and other informative materials, please visit our YouTube channel by searching for Blind Community Thrift Store. Our organization is dedicated to supporting the blind community through various initiatives, and our online platforms serve as valuable resources for community engagement and education. Bless you.
Yeah, I could feel it. I could feel it.
It's okay.
I could feel it.
It's okay. Do you want to start reading?
Springfield Daily Citizen, next article. MSU adds $2 million to Craig Hall project for fixing June fire damage. Renovation work already underway as part of an expanding Judith right here,
Enyart.
Reynolds Arts Complex. Board of Governors also improves student fee increases. This is by Joe Hudsall. First off, there's a picture of Craig Hall. Craig Hall himself.
Craig Hall is a place.
Oh, Craig Hall on the campus of Missouri State University, as it's
Undergoing.
No, it doesn't look like it's under construction, does it?
It is. It's undergoing a renovation project.
Okay. It includes work to Cogger Theater.
Mm-hmm.
This photo was taken by Joe Hadsell. I'm just saying, because I didn't see any, caution, do not enter signs. I didn't see any.
Just because it doesn't look like how you expected it doesn't mean that that's not what's happening.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover.
All right, would you like to start reading?
Damage from a 2025 fire inside Craig Hall will be fixed as part of an ongoing construction project. The Missouri State University Board of Governors Executive Committee on Wednesday, April 15th, approved increasing the project's budget by $2 04.
$2,042,155.
Wow. To repair damage from a fire inside the Hall's Corger Theater on June 8th. That fire was not playing around. The increase essentially grants the current contractor extra money to repair components of the theater that were damaged as a result of the fire. J.E. Dunn Construction in 2025 was hired as the construction manager at risk for the project. Matt Morris, Executive Vice President for Administration and Finance, said that the fire was not caused because of construction. A mountain HVAC fan coil unit hit in the northwest corner of the stage and it malfunctioned, he said. Oh. We are thankful that the building had fire suppression, which contained and extinguished the fire, Morris said. But anytime that happens, you have extensive water and smoke damage, which did occur. The project was approved with a 4 out of 0 vote of the board's executive committee, including Chair Melissa Gorley and members Tim Franca, Travis Freeman, and Jeff Schrag. The executive committee is a subset of the currently 7-member board that meets to approve time-sensitive financial expenditures. Right here.
Expenditures, you got it.
Okay. Of the increase, more than $1.7 million will come from insurance reimbursements, according to meeting documentation. The extra money will fund replacement of wood. Dang it.
It's okay.
Wood
We're okay. Wood acoustal.
wall panels, a stage wood overlay, stage HVAC unit, electrical work and painting, as well as cleanup supplies and replacement of other damaged items. The hall is already undergoing a significant transformation as part of the Judith Einhart Reynolds Performing Arts Complex. Before the board's meeting, that project cost was set at $35 million. It was funded primarily with $17.5 million from the state and a $12 million gift from the C.W. Titus Foundation, a gift that remains the largest one-time donation made in the university's history. When completed, Craig Hall will have a number of upgrades, including an expanded scene shop of the west side of Craig Hall with direct access to the stage of Cougar Theater, where it will have improved ventilation, more material storage, better dust collection, and a fire protection system. There will be multiple entrances accessible to people with disabilities, including a ramp system to stairs on the theater's north side and a ramp at the southwest corner of the building. There will be accessible restrooms on Craig's first floor and an improved Student Success Center. Morris said combining fire repairs with the current project will save the university and contractors both time and money. The Craig Hall renovation is well underway and it incorporates similar finishes, Morris said. We get
Efficiency.
by having the same construction trade partners who are already mobilized on that site, familiar with the selected materials, doing the same work. Tuition increases approved. The board also received more information about a package of fee increases for the 2026 to 27 school year, and the proposal was also approved with a 4 out of 0 vote by the executive committee. Undergraduates and graduates, both in state and out of state, will be charged about 5% more in 2026 to 27 than they were for the current year, according to the fee schedule. Fees for undergraduate classes for Missouri students will rise from $302 to $317 per credit hour, and those for graduate classes increase from $394 to $414. Morris said that about 80% of the university's student body are Missouri residences, and non-Missouri student costs rise from $646 to $678 per credit hour for undergraduate classes, and from $786 to $825 for graduate classes. Morris said that the increases would place the cost to a Missouri undergraduate student for 15 credit hours each semester, and Morris said that the increases would place the cost to a Missouri undergraduate student for 15 credit hours each semester at $11,340 for the entire year. Morris said that the increase is above inflation, yet keeps pace with Missouri's other public universities, which are facing many of the same funding challenges as Missouri State. Based on the best information available, the rate keeps Missouri State in the middle of the pack among the state's other universities. According to information presented at the meeting, MSU would rank as the 6th most expensive for undergraduate courses, behind the University of Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, University of Science and Technology, University of Missouri Columbia, University of Missouri Kansas, and Northwest Missouri State University. While 5% is above inflation, we are telling you it is consistent with public institutions, Morris said. Wait, did I say it right? Institutions? The proposal comes with other adjustments to fees, including increases and decreases based on program needs. Other key members of the administration presented information about why those fees were adjusted. One example is a new fee of $40 for applications. Don Medley, vice president for the enrollment, said that MSU had eliminated this fee in response due to COVID, but the time was right to bring it back. Medley said the fee will be a
Deterrent.
against
Fraudulent.
applications. It can also be used as a tool for recruiters who can waive it for prospective students.
Yeah.
Compensation for the university, about 3,700 employees, is expected to be presented next month. Last year, employees received a $600 salary increase. And the board is expected to approve its budget for the 2026 to 27 school year in June, and that fiscal year begins on July 1st.
All right.
From the Springfield Daily Citizen, Aldi plans 4th Springfield store and Southwest Corridor. The grocery chain filed building project plans with the City of Springfield on April 13th to start construction on a store at 3960 West Washington Street. Article by Ryan Collins. There is a photo of the proposed storefront. It is completely blank right now with no signage, but it looks as if construction is almost finished as the building is completely set up. The doors are just covered in the logo for the construction company currently working on it. Photo by Ellie Frystack. Aldi is making moves for its fourth store in Springfield, with its eyes on a property in the growing southwest corridor of the city. The grocery chain filed building project plans with the City of Springfield on April 13th to start construction on a store at 3960 West Washita Street. According to city records, the location would put Springfield's fourth Aldi store near other major retailers like Petco, Ultra Beauty, and Walmart Supercenter in the Springfield Plaza Shopping Center. The plans are pending and have not been approved by city officials. The building project has a proposed start date of July 1st, 2026, and a proposed stop date of November 18th, 2026. The article breaks up with a photo of where the prospective Aldi would sit on a map. It shows where the other Aldis are in the city of Springfield, marked with a square and Aldi, and then a red dot where the proposed Aldi will sit on Washita Street. Photo provided by the Springfield Daily Citizen. Aldi's building project plan shows the company will retrofit the grocery store into an existing mercantile space according to the plans filed with the city. The space will need a new freezer, cooler, HVAC system, electrical package, and rooftop units. The entire shopping center had more than 115,000 square feet and was owned by Grace One LLC, according to Greene County's assessor office. The property was raised at $7.5 million. Grace One was registered to Timothy O'Reilly, according to Missouri Secretary of State records. Do you need me to read the next article?
Yeah.
Okay. Then get yours next one set up, please.
Sorry,
From
that long article just took it out of me.
It's okay. That's why I offered. From the Springfield Business Journal, Arvis Foundation gives $10K to MSU's Collaborative Care Unit.
$10K.
That's $10,000.
Wow.
The article starts with a picture of the Macquarie College of Health and Human Services Dean Mark Smith, Missouri University Vice President for University Advancement Brent Dunn, Arvis Bank officials Penny Lacey, Sales Manager and Executive Vice President of the Springfield region Rhonda Sorson, and Private Banking Manager and Senior Vice President Melody Gaiman, Mortgage Lender and Associate Vice President, and Ryan Rogers, Client Advisor and Chartered Retirement Planning Counselor, all standing in front of the Missouri Bear statue and holding a Arvist Bank check for the Missouri State University, $10,000 for February 2026. This article is written by SBJ staff. Missouri State University has accepted a $10,000 grant from the Arvis Foundation to fund supplies for child clients of its collaborative care clinic. The funds will be used to support faculty and student initiatives through the Macquarie College of Health and Human Services, according to a news release from the Arvis Foundation. Macquarie College of Health and Human Services Dean Mark Smith said the funds will be used in the collaborative care clinic, where MSU graduate students under direct faculty supervision provide speech-language counseling, audiology, and psychology services to community clients of all ages. The newly opened collaborative care clinic in Campeter Hall will invest in upgraded toys and essential supplies to better serve children in our local communities with the high-quality pediatric and mental health services they deserve, Smith said in the release. Penny Lacey, Sales Manager and Executive Vice President for Arvis Bank, Springfield Region, said the Arvis Foundation has prioritized investing in healthcare communities across the Ozarks in recent years. Arvis is committed to continuing to support future medical professionals in Springfield and the surrounding areas, she said in the release. Arvis Bank earned a Springfield Business Journal Economic Impact Award in 2025 for businesses in existence for 11 to 20 years. The bank was founded locally in 2007 and in July 2025 reported 135 local employees and a previous year's revenue of $75.6 million. MSU's 17,000 square foot collaborative care clinic offers practical experience for 300 to 350 master's and doctoral students each year, and care is available free of charge with requests with requests for donations for counseling services according to past SBJ reporting. Do you want to read one of the next articles?
Yeah. Next article is by SBJ Magazine, and let's see. Letter to the editor, turning awareness into action for National Child Abuse Prevention Month. And this was posted online on April 14th at 12:11 p.m. The article reads, Dear Editor, if you've noticed an abundance of blue shirts in Springfield this month or have seen the news about the Go Blue Community Kickoff held on April 9th, you've seen a community uniting for a vital cause. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month, and while the color blue is a powerful symbol, the real work happens when that awareness turns into action. In Greene, Christian, and Taney counties, the
statistics
can feel overwhelming. Every day, children are removed from their homes due to safety concerns. Southwest Missouri has one of the highest concentrations of children in foster care, 18.57 children per 1,000, far above the state average of 12.94, according to a Missouri Department of Social Services report. The financial cost of foster care is immense. Missouri spends approximately $25,000 annually per child in foster care, with almost 18,000 children in foster care. The state's annual expenditure approaches with $450 $450 million, I meant. Did I read the whole thing right? Yeah. That figure does not account for the downstream costs of untreated trauma, health care, lost productivity. Come again?
Productivity?
And involvement in the criminal justice system. This is why court-appointed special advocates of Southwest Missouri is so critical. That's why. A CASA volunteer, court-appointed special advocates, is more than a volunteer. They are an advocate. They spend time with their child, talk to teachers, and meet with those invested in the child's life to ensure that the judge has the information needed to make the best possible decision for that child's future. In Southwest Missouri, children served by a possible decision for that child's, I'm reading the same article, or I read the same line.
Yeah, it's okay.
In Southwest Missouri, children served by a CASA,
A CASA volunteer.
hang on, where was I? Was I right here?
In Southwest Missouri, children served by a CASA volunteer
Spend less time in foster care, achieve better outcomes in school, and are less likely to re-enter foster care due to repeated abuse. CASA volunteers create positive outcomes for children and offer a cost savings for our state. So what can you do to make an impact this April? Wearing a blue shirt or attending to the Go Blue Community Kickoff is a wonderful start. It shows our children that our community sees them, but we can do more. We currently have almost 100 more children in need of advocacy than we have volunteers to serve them. You don't need a background in law or social work to make a difference. CASA provides the training and the support. You just provide the commitment. As we Go Blue this April. I hope you will consider taking the next step by visiting CASA swmo.org to see how you can change a child's history or
A child's story.
a child's story. This was written by Laura Farmer, an executive director of CASA of Southwest Missouri.
From the Springfield Daily Citizen, McDonald's at Glenstone and Cherry set for demolition and rebuild. The building, located at 528 South Glenstone Avenue, was being demolished on April 14th. A building permit states a new McDonald's will be built on the property. Article by Ryan Collins. The article starts with a photo showing the demolition currently taking place on Glenstone Avenue and Cherry Street. A photo was taken on April 14th, 2026, photo by Ryan Collins. The McDonald's at the intersection of Glenstone Avenue and Cherry Street in Springfield was in the process of being demolished on April 14th. A building permit filed with the City of Springfield shows that a new McDonald's will be constructed at the site located at 528 South Glenstone Avenue. McDonald's confirmed plans to demolish the building and rebuild on the site. Kristen Bergman of Bergman Communications, which represents McDonald's, said in April 15th email to the Daily Citizen. The building was over 40 years old, and McDonald's tries to rebuild after 4 decades, Bergman said. The new restaurant will face south and will have the newest and best technology McDonald's has to offer, Bergman said in the email. The article is broken up by a photo of the McDonald's sign with the golden arches and McDonald's logo, and underneath on a white sign in words with spelled in put up letters is closed for construction. Article photo taken on April 14th, 2026 by Ryan Collins. The building permit was filed in August 2025 but was issued on April 10th according to city records. The building permit lays out a complete demolition of a restaurant to rebuild a McDonald's with a drive-thru. At the same location, the company has filed a permit to install a new LED sign. While the restaurant is closed during the rebuild, employees were transferred to McDonald's located at 234 South National Avenue. Those employees will remain at the national location through the summer, Bergman said. The 4,320 square foot property was owned by McDonald's Real Estate Company and was last purchased in March 2025, according to Greene County's Assessor's Office records. The property was appraised at $919,500. Editor's note, the story has been updated with comments from McDonald's. All right.
Well, that was quick. All right. Next article is from Good News Network. This is by Andy Corbley. This was posted yesterday. Brazil blue and yellow macaws return to Rio after 200 years. It's titled as A Dream Come True. The article starts off with a macaw in view. It's a combination of mostly blue and yellow with a little bit of green on its head. It's in what we call an action shot. It's flying in front of the camera as the background is blurry, but the macaw is in clear view. Wait, hang on. A blue and yellow macaw in what? Jurong
National Park.
This photo was taken by
Lec Visitor.
what is CC 2.0?
I'm unsure.
In Rio de Janeiro, Rio de Janeiro, yeah. Largest urban park, the tumult of the city can subside to the faintest murmur along the thick Atlantic forest ecosystem. Remnant. It's here that ecologists have reintroduced the blue and yellow macaw through a captive breeding program. It's a delight, quote, a dream come true, for residents of a city where the colorful macaw is used everywhere in logos, coloring books, but it says logos, clothing, and souvenirs. The colorful macaw is used everywhere, but which hasn't dwelt in the forested mountains by the famous city in 200 years. Several conservation organizations have been
It's okay. Prioritizing
the return of animals poached from
Tijuca
the 10,000
acre
acre park mentioned earlier, or driven off by
deforestation.
in the 19th century. These include howler monkeys, the red-rumped
Agouti.
and the yellow-footed tortoise. All these animals have brought excited visitors to the park's trails, but none have enraptured the
Caricos.
people from Rio more than the macaw, four of which have been set free into the trees. Huh?
I was correcting my pronunciation. It's Carayocos, people from Rio. I do apologize.
Yeah. They are so magnificent. It's no surprise that all the visitors are constantly asking how they can see them.
Vivian Lasmar,
Director of
the Tijuca.
National Park, told The Guardian, "For me, as the head of the park, it's special, but even more so as it's a dream come true." The organization handling the release is called Refauna, and having released the birds for a period of 15 days earlier this year, they've rounded them back into the
Aviary.
with plans for a possible permanent departure in September when food is plentiful. This is done for two reasons. The first is that these macaws were rescued from captivity and so lack the powerful flight muscles they need to travel some 6 miles a day searching for food. The second is due to the need to
Acclimatize.
the birds to the sights, sounds, smells, and tastes of their new home. A point of national and local pride, the macaw's presence may also help regenerate the Atlantic forest biome in
Tijuca.
and beyond, as this specific kind of forest has been reduced by 90% since the colonial period, and at its most productive harbors, biodiversity that can rival the mighty Amazon next door. The macaw's sharp beak should allow it to break open nuts and fruits to help trees better
Disperse.
their seed, something virtually all trees in the park rely on to reproduce. The macaw really is a symbol of our efforts to bring life back to
Tijuca.
and
Marcelo. Regigantes.
the executive director of Refana also told The Guardian, "My dream is that one day they will fly far away from here and we will be able to see them from all over the city." Nice.
From the Springfield Business Journal, Council Committee examines affordable housing development incentives. A panel of local affordable housing experts are answering questions. I apologize. This is a photo that starts the article off. A photo of local affordable housing experts are answering questions for the Springfield City Council Finance and Administration Community. From left to right in the photo is Jeff Beckler, Jake Zimmerman, Melissa Forster of Zimmerman Properties LLC, Beck Sell of Sustainable Management Incorporated and Housing Plus LLC, David Allison, Affordable Housing Development Consultant, and Debbie Shantz-Hart of Cherryvale Development LLC and Housing Plus LLC. They are sitting at a corner table as they face an audience. This happened on April 14th of 2026. Article written by Karen Crago. As the city braces itself for the loss of certain affordable housing properties as developer credit expires, Springfield City Council is trying to come up with ways to encourage that development in the future. Specifically, Council's Finance and Administration Committee is looking at incentives and strategies for establishing more low-income housing tax credit, or LIHTC, housing in the city. As previously reported in Springfield Business Journal, a wave of affordable housing built in the 1990s through LIHTC credits are expected to revert to market rate housing in the next few years. Yesterday, the committee hosted a panel of local affordable housing experts to answer questions and provide insights on the ways the city can foster more LIHTC development. SBJ reported last year on a looming crisis in the LIHTC sphere, with the loss of 1 million housing units predicted by 2040 by the National Housing Preservation Database. Tax credits for developing LIHTC units have mandatory compliance periods of 15 years, and most projects have 30-year requirements to provide affordable housing. Many developers seek an exit after the 15-year mark. Bob Jones, the city's grant administrator, said last year that in 2024, 110 units in Springfield reached the end of their compliance, and by 2025, another 36 were predicted to join them. Between 2024 and 2029, a total of 366 Springfield LIHTC units could end their compliance period, he said. SBJ reported on a March 30th court hearing regarding an LIHTC exit by Zimmerman Properties LLC after 20 years. Residents, including plaintiff Ramona Teeter, alleged violations in the owner's exit process, specifically a failure to provide residents with the required 3 years notice of property sale and the exit from the LIHTC program. And they testified to difficulty in finding affordable housing to replace the units from which they were being evicted. The committee's panel included 6 people who are active in the affordable housing space in Springfield and elsewhere. They were Debbie Shantz-Hart, affordable housing developer from Cherryvale Development LLC and Housing Plus LLC, Becky Sale, Property Management Authority and President of Sustainable Management Incorporated, and co-owner with Heart of Housing Plus, David Allison, Consultant and Development Authority, and 3 representatives of Zimmerman Properties and Wilhood Properties Incorporated. Council member Brandon Jensen, committee chair, began the discussion by explaining the purpose of the committee's efforts, which is to explore additional alternatives to incentive affordable housing development. These could include tools, incentives, or policy supports to make LIHTC projects easier to deliver. Hart said the answer is to look at guidelines from Missouri Housing Development Commission, which administers the federal LIHTC program for the state. You have to look at the guidelines for MHDC and talk about what deals are going to point well, she said, referring to the point system by which program applications are scored. If the city of Springfield is integrated in getting projects approved by MHDC, there are certain points that we can get that would make applications more desirable. In addition to tax abatements, Hart cited the use of soft funds, which panelists defined as below market loans without annual debt service, and waivers of fees, both of which earn points from state officials who score housing project applications. They just want to see that you're leveraging funding, she said. Another factor, the community has to find the developmental desirable, and information is partly conveyed in the city's letter of support. If you do the same letter for every project, it doesn't really help with the MHDC understanding which one's important, she said. She said St. Louis and Kansas City both rank projects, and sometimes MHDC pays attention to that. Allison agreed, noting that the program is extremely competitive. In places where municipalities understand what the state agency wants to see, projects have a better chance of getting across the finish line. In an interview after the meeting, Jensen said the committee's efforts go beyond a single informational meeting as it responds to a council referral, his own, from last fall. Jensen said the committee is looking at additional resources needed for the city beyond MHDC requirements. It is also exploring ways to bring clarity to the development community about the resources that are available. He said that the city has an opportunity to provide incentives for meeting certain thresholds. As an example, MHDC offers the maximum number of points in a category for offering 12.5 units in a development for tenants who earn 30% of area median income. The city could push the threshold to apply to 20% AMI in exchange for a certain incentive. He emphasized that the example is only that, an illustration. I don't know what the specific criteria are going to be, he said. 2 council finance and administration committee meetings are scheduled in May to establish incentives and to align incentives that can be revised periodically. Jensen aims to have a presentation for the full council at a June workshop meeting, then to revise a proposal based on feedback received and present a resolution for adoption in July, in time for the next round of IHTC applications. Jensen said the committee's work won't have an impact on the project that are expiring in the next 5 years, but instead members aim to help in the future. This is forward-looking, he said. We're trying to minimize future possibilities for those impacts we're experiencing now.
Yeah.
Let's read that one.
All right. 417 magazine. Sorry. 417 magazine. Things to do this week in Springfield, Missouri. This is by Taryn Shore McKee, posted yesterday. First off in the article, there's a photo courtesy of Finley Farms. A carnivore dinner at Finley Farms. This was taken on Saturday, April. What?
It's related to the carnivore dinner at Finley Farms on Saturday, April 18th. It is a photo of the inside of the restaurant that will be used for this dinner, as it looks out the window to an open water.
Oh, that's cool. Because I was gonna say, how is it open if it's April 16th?
It's okay.
There are a lot of reasons to love living in the Ozarks, but this week we get a day dedicated to basically shouting it from the rooftops. On April 17th, local businesses across the region lean into the area code with special themed deals. Think $4.17. The comma?
Yes.
So what is it saying? Think
$4.17, $41.70, and all kinds of other creative spins.
Okay, there just wasn't a comma after that.
There is a comma.
No, I mean right here.
There's a comma. It's okay. They're still separate.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Meanwhile, the 417 magazine team will hit the streets, delivering surprise goodies and spreading a little extra hometown love. Aw, I like the sound of that. You never know where we might pop up or where you might find a smoking deal, so it's the perfect excuse to check out a new spot or revisit an old favorite. Beyond the 417 day festivities. We said it at the same time. Festivities.
Mm-hmm.
This week's calendar keeps the momentum going. You've got Wicked kicking off at Hammond's Hall. Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Sunrise rooftop yoga for an early morning reset. A memorable candlelight hip hop performance, and a mix of hands-on niche
Mm-hmm.
experiences, from a carnivore dinner at Finley's Farms to a flower arranging night and an overlanding and off-road expo, which, as part of the number 4 runner nation I'll be at.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of everything in the way this time of years tend to be. Thursday, April 16th, Flora Design Workshop, Cassidy Station at
Estates Farm.
It costs $65 to go there,
$65 to attend.
and it starts at 6:30 p.m., where you can create your own stunning fresh spring bouquet under the guidance of Cassidy Flower Co.'s lead floral designer. Using fresh local flowers from Meadow Stems Flower Farm, you'll put together an arrangement that you can enjoy at home. Refreshments are included. History Uncorked. Get your mix. 66. Sorry.
Get your mix on Route 66.
Yeah, I just went to the song again. History Museum on the Square. $50 to $250 to attend. Starts at 6 p.m. In partnership with Thai
Let Day Distillery.
and 417 Cocktails, History Museum on the Square presents a fun educational after-hours evening. Learn about Route 66 spirited side with themed cocktails and light snacks that enjoy the road's soundtrack and legendary venues. Friday, April 17th, 417 Day, 417 dash land. It's free to go, and it's all day. Celebrate all things local on 417 Day, when businesses throughout Springfield and beyond offer creative area code inspired deals. $4.17, $41.70. What?
$41.70.
To 4.17%. You get the idea? Oh, I get it. Also, look out for the 417 magazine team cruising around town in red vehicles from reliable Toyota, delivering surprises and lots of joy. After hours at the workshop, Spring Garden Party at Finley's Farms. It's free to attend, and it starts at 6 to 8 p.m. Get your gals together, dress in your springest florals and pastels, and head to Finley Farms for a complete free girls' night out, garden party style. Enjoy seasonal bites and bubbles while being surrounded by fresh blooms. And the Sound of Music at Gilroy's Theater is $34 to $60. Starts on April 17th at 7 p.m. and finishes
7:30.
7:30 p.m. on April 17th is when it will start, and 2:30 p.m. on April 19th is when it will stop.
Those are the
what?
two showings will be at 7:30 on April 17th and 2:30 on April 19th.
Right. Ozarks Lyric Opera performs this beloved Rogers and Hammerstein work. Michael Spires and Tara Stafford
Spires
take the stage singing favorites like Climb Every Mountain, My Favorite Things, and more that tell the story of Maria and the Von Trapp family. Friday, April 17th to Saturday, April 18th, Midwest Overland Off-Road Expo, or MOORE, at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. General admission is $40, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're into camping, off-roading, overlanding, or any other adventure travel, you should be at Moore this weekend. Shop gear, check out adventure rigs, and sit in on courses ranging from on trail tire repair to women's wilderness safety. Admission includes the
The dirt?
DYRT
Yes, it's dirt.
Pro camping app, and camping passes are available. Saturday, April 18th, carnivore dinner at Finley's Farm. It's $135 per person. 21 and up can go. And it's at 5:30 p.m. The focus at this Lux dinner is on all things meat, smoked, grilled, and roasted. Enjoy plenty of tasty sides. Think smoked pineapple and charred root veggies picked from Finley's Farms, desserts, and beverage pairings. Candlelight 90s hip hop on strings at Stone Chapel at Drury University. Administration.
Entrance fee is
$39 to $62.50. And it starts at 6:30 p.m., where you can enjoy the show as a string quartet plays melodies of familiar 1990s hip-hop artists like Outkast, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang Clan, Dr. Dre, and others. This unique experience combines live music with the glow of candlelight and the beauty of a Victorian Gothic chapel. Sunday, April 19th, sunrise rooftop yoga at Moxie Springfield downtown costs $25, and it starts at 7 to 8:30 a.m., where you can start off your week with a sunrise session atop the Moxie Springfield downtown, hosted by Essential Yoga Studio. Open to all experience levels. Bring a yoga mat and water. Advanced registration required. Tickets include the 1-hour session and a smoothie or coffee drink. Tuesday, April 21st, Stone Cold and the Jackal at Springfield Comedy Club. $55 and $99.
$55.99
to attend. Starts at 7:30 p.m. Fans of the long-running General Hospital will love this musically comedy show starring Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson, who play Jason Morgan and Damien
Spinelli.
Upgrade your ticket for a VIP post-show meet and greet and photo op. And finally, Wednesday, April 22nd to Sunday, April 26th, where you can see Wicked at Hammond's Hall for the Performing Arts. Prices and showtimes vary. Stuck with Wicked fever? Then get excited. This popular Broadway show makes its way to the stage at Hammond's Hall. Paired with incredible music, the show tells the story of the Wizard of Oz's witches and what's her name?
Elphaba
became wicked. That's the witch's name? Huh.
All right. And that's the end of that article?
Yeah.
All right. From the Springfield News-Leader, Jefferson Avenue footbridge reopening delayed as work continues. Article by Marta Miez.
I didn't know the Wicked Witch of the West actually had a name.
The historic Jefferson Avenue footbridge has been closed for a decade. While a celebration of the bridge and its long-awaited rehabilitation is planned to align with the National Route 66 Centennial kickoff celebration, pedestrians will have to wait a while longer to set foot on the bridge once more. Built in 1902, the bridge spans 562 feet above 13 railroad tracks in March 2016. The bridge was closed to foot traffic after a routine inspection found corrosion and safety concerns. For years, this bridge sat stagnant, with rehabilitation work put on pause due to the age and complexity of construction. The article is broken up by a picture of the Jefferson Avenue footbridge as construction continues Photo taken on April 14th, 2026. It is a ground view photo of the footbridge with a chain link fence in front of the area to stop anyone from going in as construction is currently going on. Photo by Marta Miez. However, since 2023, efforts to renew and reopen the bridge have picked back up in large part due to state allocation of $8 million. To make way for new paint and replacement of deteriorating members, the historic bridge was taken apart in June before being put back together to rejoin the commercial street skyline earlier this year. But more work remains. Overall, the rehabilitation projects includes repairing and replacing deficient structural members, installing new decking and stairs, applying a new paint system, and upgrading lighting. 2 elevators will be added, one on each side, to make the bridge accessible and comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Under an agreement with BNSF Railway Company, the bridge was also raised several feet to improve clearance.
An elevator on a bridge? Is that what you said?
Yep, I did read that.
That's cool.
Originally, the city was targeting the rehabilitation work to be completed this spring in time for Route 66 events. But Kristen Millem, the city's senior communications coordinator, told this News-Leader via email that ongoing challenges have made that timeline unattainable. She said both the complexity of the structure and supply chain issues with specialized materials and equipment have slowed the project. There is another photo of current construction. A sign says road closed as in front of the chain link fence as someone is actively operating a crane to work on the Jefferson footbridge. Photo taken on April 14th, 2026, provided by Marta Miez. The city is now targeting summer for completion and reopening the bridge to the public. We are hoping to reopen the bridge later this summer, but are ultimately focused on completing the rehabilitation with the high level of care and quality this iconic structure deserves, Millem says. Mary Collett, an avid C Street advocate and president of the Commercials Club, said she believed construction delays were inevitable, but thinks every milestone is worthy of celebration. While work is still underway, she is looking forward to the next 10 years of the bridge as it symbolizes connection and elevation while bringing together neighbors and visitors alike. What a funky project it is. It is a delicate operation on a major structural and engineering masterpiece, Collette said. It brings people together, and I think it's happening at a time when we certainly as a nation need that, and need symbols to inspire us to rise above. The total cost of the project is approximately $13 million, and Millem said the renovation remains on budget. Despite the delayed opening, the Red, White, and Bridge Bash is still on to celebrate Route 66, America's 250th anniversary, and the historic bridge's rebirth. The event is from 6 to 9 p.m. Friday, May 1st, and will feature live music, a classic car rally, and a Jefferson Avenue footbridge light and drone show at 8 p.m. The festivities will continue into Saturday, May 2nd, for a full-day lineup of musical performances, a classic car show, the C Street City Market, history presentations, and a rededication ceremony for the footbridge. For more information, visit www.route66kickoff.com/bash/. Collette said the event will be a celebration of how close the bridge is to finishing, how the historic architecture joins together with the new construction of elevator metalwork, and how the bridge illuminates the night sky. When the bridge does reopen, it will be an opportunity for yet another party, she said. The footbridge was last rededicated in 2002 for the centennial of the bridge's construction. Then, too, it took 8 years to gather enough support and funding to fix the bridge and restore it from deterioration.
Next article is from checkaday.com. Today's National Orchid the orchid orchard.
Orchid?
Yes, the flower, not orchard.
Would you like to start reading?
Yes. In 2010, Mike and Faith Young fell in love with orchids after volunteering at the
It's okay.
what's that word?
Orchideau moxaquil,
Orchard Preserve in San
Cristobal de las Casas in Chiapas, Mexico.
Wow, you're good. Being inspired by the beauty and unique expressions of orchid blossoms, They decided if they ever had a daughter, they would name her Orchid. Faith became pregnant, and with great anticipation, they awaited the birth of their daughter, Orchid Faith. Orchid was born on April 16th, 2014. Oh no. But tragically, she did not survive labor. Oh.
It's okay. Keep going.
Mike and Faith wanted to honor their daughter's life and made National Orchid Day after finding out there wasn't already a holiday devoted to orchids. On April 16th, 2015, they launched a Kickstarter offering pre-orders for their honey, the Humble Bumble's honey, in an effort to raise funds for having the holiday be proclaimed by National Day Calendar, who charges money to issue a
Proclamation.
They raised more than $1,500 in a day, reaching their goal. Because of the day, Mike and Faith believe that orchids will be appreciated a bit more, and their little girl will feel the warmth of those who think about orchids on that day. Orchids are one of the largest flowering plant families, with more than 25,000 species that can be broken down into about 880 genera. They grow in all climates except those that are permanently dry or permanently frozen. Most orchids are
Zygnomorphic.
which means they have
Bilateral. It's okay. Symmetry.
unlike most flowers, which are antimorphic.
Mm-hmm.
Antino.
It's okay, Madison. Actinomorphic and have radial symmetry.
Orchids have 3 sepals and 3 petals, with one of the petals being a lip, called a
Labium.
labium.
No, I'm sorry. Labellum.
Oh, like the cerebellum, like in your brain.
Similar pronunciation, yes.
Yeah. The size, shape, and color of orchids are determined by the type of pollinator the flower is trying to attract. Pollinators range in size from a fungus, gnat, to a bat. Here are a few things you can observe on National, a few things you can do to observe National Orchid Day. Grow orchids.
Enjoy the beauty of orchids.
Grow orchids. Share pictures of orchids on social media, including pictures of orchids you're probably growing in your own backyard, along with the hashtag National Orchid Day. Give someone else an orchid to plant. Learn more about orchids from the American Orchid Society and North American Orchid Conservation Center. Explore the different genera of orchids. Follow the National Orchid Day Facebook page. Travel to the
Orchidus moxaquil.
Orchid Preserve, where the youngs traveled, or to another place where orchids can be seen, such as the Huntington, the Atlanta
Botanical Garden, Fouquet Orchid Center.
The National Orchid Garden in the Singapore Botanic Gardens, the Orchid Collection at
Smithsonian
Gardens, or the Orchid Collection at the United States Botanic Garden. Order live or cut orchids from a place such as Chadwick & Son, orchids by Hosserman, or
Akasuka
Orchid. Or read Mike and Faith's blog entry and visit
about their visit
to the
Orchidus moxaquil
Orchid Preserve. The preserve's inspiration for orchid's name and the loss of orchid.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. Tune in every week, Monday through Friday, on the Blind Community Thrift Store YouTube channel at 10 a.m. for more up-to-date news from the Springfield News-Leader, Springfield Daily Citizen, Springfield Business Journal, and 417 Magazine. Listen after Reader Live on the Audio Reader Network at www.reader.ku.edu.
PM.
All broadcasts are played over KSMU's subcarrier airwaves at 67 kHz on 91.1 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Contact Audio Reader Network for information on receiving a pre-programmed radio. I'm Savannah.
And I'm Matt.